So today I'll be sharing with you all my writing kit. It is basically a collection of books and diaries that I use for writing stories. And sorry for the wobbly camera. The stand is actually pretty wobbly, and the table's on my bed, so that's what's shaking me. So starting with this is my writing journal, or to say my writer's journal. It's basically a planner in which I just write the plans and the methods of writing that I found on Pinterest, character names, and then other things like basic parts or stories, the elements of fiction and stuff like that. This is something that I have started writing since last 4 years, since I have been actually writing fiction stories. So these are things that you see I have been written from Pinterest, and I have written these since 2021, and these are the basic like city names of different states. And starting from here are basically what I have wrote very recently. This actually was for a story writing challenge on the storytelling app. So I wrote this short story for that. And then starting from here, this actually was the first novel that I planned to write, but the name was something else at that time, and the idea was also completely different, and it didn't work out. So I had changed the name and everything, and I'm still working on it. I have the idea, but I'm still working about what to do. This is the name of the series. This is basically the character sketch. Actually, this is the list of the characters and the basic description about them. Here I have the details about my book. I'm still working on that. I'm not sure what the name of the book is going to be or anything such. It is just a basic outline. This is the character sketch of this series, the location. And then I have the chapters of that series. Then this is another series that I am writing. When I say series, I basically mean something which is like a novel but different from a novel. It is basically a story which has chapters, like 3 chapters or more than 3 chapters, and it has each chapter lasts for 3 to 4 pages and not more than that. And it doesn't has more chapters like 15 or 20 chapters. It just has 3 chapters or more than this. Like this series has 11 chapters. I haven't decided anything about this series. This is the list of the series that I am planning to write, which I'm actually writing, sorry. And this is something that I have to write. I still don't know whether this will be a story or a series. I have this series idea in mind, but I don't know what I'll name this, because it's pretty complicated. And then as the character sketch is still going on. The chapters I have already decided, but it is basically not the real name of the chapters. I don't plan to name the chapters at all. I just have written what is gonna be there in the chapter. I'm so sorry you're not able to see this slide. I guess I have to turn this like this. Maybe this is visible. Yeah, it is. So this series will actually last 22 chapters, but it's still not confirmed. And then this is a story which I thought about literally 2 days ago. So these are the main plot themes under which it will be based. I'm still unsure about what I'm gonna do with this, whether a series or a story. So this diary basically is given to me by my mother on Christmas few years ago. And this actually, I don't know if it's visible or not, but the edges of the pages actually shine in golden color. It is not visible actually, and in fact this design, this cover page shines golden. I'm recording in a vintage cam, so that's why it might not be visible, but this actually shines golden as well. This is Egyptian style pattern. I guess I'm not sure which design pattern it is, but it is from old civilizations. I have a bunch of blank pages that I have kept over here I just like to collect pages. It's like the middle page of a register that I tore out. I like to collect these pages a lot because I feel this might help me sometimes. And then I have written here writer's journal, and after it is actually diary 2009, as you can see. after that, I actually haven't read this poem yet, so I still don't know what it means. And then I have 2 quotes. This is something that I created by myself, and this is the quote that I saw somewhere. And I just created this quote similar to this quote because this quote reads, "A reader lives thousands of lives," and I really don't know who have written this because where I saw it, only the quote was written, not the writer of the quote, and then I wrote, "A writer creates thousands of lives." I just basically kind of elaborated this, and these are the rest of the stuffs. Moving on, this is the most important of my all diaries. This is my writing diary. This is the second one. As you can see, I've written here book 2. Earlier also I had a diary which was a bit thinner than this, as well as of this size only, but it was a bit thinner than this. It is completely filled and the pages are actually coming out, so I stopped using that as well. And this is a quote that I found. It's by Jack Sparrow of Pirates of the Caribbean. It reads, "The problem is not the problem is your attitude about the problem." The way this page is like this is because it actually came off and I have to glue it and it's still coming off. It's actually a pretty old diary, and it's actually a 2020. I got it online. It actually was working really well. This diary is actually amazing, but now as it's being pretty old, it's tearing apart. But anyways, it's actually going to be over. I only have I barely have any page left in it for continuing more than 3 stories in it. I guess this story which I'm writing right now will take 6 pages at least, because the last story which I wrote, this one, which is named Regret, this story actually took 15 pages, and this is the longest any of my stories have lasted. Before this, there was one story which was the 3rd chapter of the Blood Lover series, which is the 3rd and the last chapter of it. That lasted for like 11 pages, and now this one I feel like will last 6 pages at least for maximum, and then I would be left with 3 pages. So this is my main diary. In this I write stories. Right now I'm on my 56th story probably. Let me see, I actually lose count of how many I've written. Yes, it's the 56th one. I also have a 3rd diary for writing stories on hold. As soon as this diary is over, I will start writing that. And here I have the list of series that I am writing. I like to keep it written here as well because this is a diary that I carry with me everywhere that I go, at school and even while I'm traveling. So I just keep these series name written Herbal Healer because I write the series chapter also in this diary only. At least for a few of the series I've done this, like the love between Casey and Eugene series, the Blood Lover series. I have written it, in fact the Painted series. These 3 series have 3 chapters each, and I have written them all in this diary itself. The rest which you see over here, I haven't started writing these 2 series, The Grieving Man and The Lost Child, and I'm not sure about this one, whether this will be a series or not. And as of the rest which are left, I am writing those in separate diaries. I will show you in a minute. Then I write new words that I find over here, and then it is the upcoming projects. So basically I write the name of the story that I have to write, and on blue pen I just write the basic ideas. So it's actually a surprise, so I want to show it because I don't want to reveal the main theme idea of my story. I just don't like to disclose from where I have got the idea from. So all it is written from blue pen. All these things which I have written in blue pen are actually the story ideas, so I have to keep that aside. This is something that I wrote for audition which I had at my school, and then these are the old stories. Means these are the old stories which I have to write. Most of them are written, and the others which I haven't written, I have added them on this page. These are the websites that I want to refer to, and these are the other projects which are complete, the series. I actually keep on scribbling in the pages and make the pages so dirty that I have to always switch to a new page so that I actually can understand what I have written and which story is complete and which is incomplete. So here 4 series I have not started, the rest 3 I have started. and I'm still working on. Some days it will be so good that I'm writing 2 chapters, 2 stories in one day. Some days it is so kind of blank for me that one story I will start today and I'll pick up from the middle and complete it next month or 2 months later. So this was this, and most of the time people ask me at my school how do I get ideas. So basically, if I see something, I read something or any kind of social cause or what I'm going through in my life, I just take an idea from that and then I put my own imagination to work and create a completely fictitious environment with completely fictitious characters, and then I write the story, and that's why it ends up like 6 page 15 pages long. Next is this notebook. I was writing the darker shade series. I actually started writing it earlier, but then I demolished it and then I'm renewing that series with a new name and a new plot idea. And it's actually based because while I was making my compilation, I kept this cover inside in order to keep the main cover of the compilation and the front page separate so that they don't sit, and in that it actually got glue all over it. So this is basically the index. So basically these are not the names of the chapter, this is just the basic idea of what the chapters are gonna be like, what I'm going to write in the chapters. This is a basic character sketch of who the characters are so that I don't have to refer to the planet all the time. And then I haven't started writing it. So this is one of those notebooks which I use for writing my series and stuff. This is the notebook which I am using for writing my stories, means compiling the story into a book. So this is the index, and it is the edited part of the story, and I feel like I still have to edit this after this part is edited. It feels like there will be one more editing before it is completely finally edited and ready to be published. So these were all about my diaries. Now moving on to the books. I have lots of books that I can refer to, but I barely use any of them because I like to rely mostly on my own. I have this pocket dictionary since I was in class 5th, means it was 2016 probably, not sure. And then I have this little vocabulary book since 2017 because that year I was in class 6. So yeah, I have been having this for 4 or 5 years now. I have read only till here. Apart from this, I haven't read at all, nor have I referenced. This is actually a backpack that I used to get earlier with this product. So I just kept it as a bookmark because at that time I didn't have a bookmark. And thankfully it's the only one left with me. So this is kind of safekeeping as well. So this is basically a vocabulary book, and it's actually pretty good because I'll show you the index if it is there in this. So it actually has 2 parts, what you say, and another one is how you say. The how you say part has a wisdom and it's basically quotes from previous people, and what you see, the first part has a list of phobias, common phobias, and phrases, graphy words, file words, and animal sounds and stuff like that. It's actually a very good book to refer to, but again, as I said, I barely ever refer to any book. So as you can see, it says many words and stuff like that, new words and stuff, but I barely use this. I barely use any of my books, to be honest, because for some reason I actually keep them in the shelf, and if I try to take them out, all the other books will be disturbed, and it takes a lot to arrange this out, as you might have seen in my arranging my room videos and stuff like that. These are the 2 books that I have. This is the Collins Illustrated Dictionary. It's my favorite dictionary because it has this thesaurus and forms and different things like this, and you can see it's also a bit of picture dictionary in it. It is really a very good one. It's my favorite one. I used to read it a lot when I was a kid, but after that I stopped using it completely. As you can see, like, it's actually a very good one. You can see it has perfect dictionary, like picture dictionary, and then word partnership, word links and stuff like that. And after this, I guess have these past perfect and grammar things, and my grammar isn't actually that good. So I actually forgot that this thing actually has a grammar part, so there's something that I can even refer to when I need it. Apart from this, I have this book of synonyms, homonyms, and antonyms. I have this book since 2019 because that was when I was in class 8. So these are the synonyms, homonyms, and antonyms. I have referred to it a bit in the last few years, but after that I actually stopped using this completely. So guys, that was all for today's video. Hope you like this. I'm posting after quite a long time because I was busy because of my exams. And if you want to listen or read any of my stories, you can read my stories on Wattpad, Inkin, Muser, and Neobook. Though I'm not posting much on Neobook. And in all the places, I have one same name, that is Nomadic Writer. You can refer to that. I always post my series in there. In those apps, on Muser, I post my other random short stories and poems. You can also listen to my podcast, The Context Stories, which is there on Spotify and 14 different platforms. There I post my self-written stories, and I have posted many of them. And as I write the unedited version, and I only edit them properly when I have to publish them in a book or something like that. And as it's the first book that I'm writing, only the stories which I'm putting in there will be edited. So basically what you hear and read are the unedited version, but I'm planning to start editing them also before posting them. So let's see what I do, and until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, take care, bye.